friends, and welcome to my first day in the life video. This is a day in the life of a medical assistant. I recorded this back in December of 2020 and I hope you enjoy. For breakfast every morning, I have a shake before I walk out the door. I have some glutamine, which helps with recovery, a greens powder, a energy boost that has mushrooms such as reishi and cordyceps, almond milk, and then a chocolate packet. And I'm blending it all up. Okay, so now I'm ready to walk out the door. I have my lunch, I have my shake, and my water, and my purse over my shoulder. Well, I'm going to go into my car and head to work. Oh, there's nothing like that natural lighting. Looks better. So I'm walking to my car right now. My hands are very full. It's a little difficult. I'm putting everything on the seat right there, the other seat. I put all my stuff on one seat, and then I'm gonna put the drink in the cup holder. I'm gonna turn this baby on, put my phone in my cup holder, some music, put my seatbelt on, and on to work we go. I put a mask on when I walk outside before going into the building, and I park the furthest away possible so that I can get in some exercise on my way to work. And when we approach the door, we have a key fob to get into the building. It's very secure. So I just put my key fob and voila, here I go into the building. And the building is kind of like a maze to get to the area where the MAs and providers are. So I'm just walking in, and here's the door. We have to enter a code and boom, into my desk. I clock in and take my temperature immediately as soon as I come in. And it's 99.0. These are decorations because I filmed this during December around Christmas time, and they're just so wholesome and cute. After I check my temperature, I generally put my hair up and check my inbox. It's usually things that people send me from the night before. That's non-urgent tasks. I also drink my breakfast shake in the morning so that I'm energized before seeing any patients. And I go into my 2 exam rooms, which are rooms 3 and 4, make sure that things are fully stocked and that they are cleaned for the day. So here are my cleaning products, and I will start cleaning the rooms and making sure everything's nice and consolidated, put away neatly. The exam gowns are folded and put away in their appropriate drawers. And I also check to make sure that we're stocked on urine cups and all the other supplies, which it looks like we are not. So after I made this video, I definitely stocked all this, making sure that everything is nice and neat so that the provider can see their patients with ease and not have to worry about not having supplies. Here is our exam room cleaning checklist, which is very organized. While I'm out and about cleaning rooms, I go into the lab and I perform A1C glucose control tests. So here's a video of me doing that. We have 2 glucometers that we actively use. So there's a log that you have to input the values and make sure they're within the range. That's what I'm doing now. And there's my friend who came in, my coworker, and this has to be done every day before using any of the glucometers to make sure that they're functioning properly and that they're within range. After this, I take a look at the provider schedule that I'm with for the day, and it's usually the same provider, but sometimes it changes. I also check my inbox during the day and my paper box and clean the rooms in between. So during my lunch break, I usually go to my car and eat my lunch, but I forgot to pack a lunch today. I packed snacks. I didn't actually pack like an actual lunch. It is Friday, so that's why. I'm going to go to a local market and pick up probably pizza. Not gonna be that healthy today because it's Friday, but it's a beautiful sunny day in December. It's like 55 degrees, so I'm very grateful for that. And I get a half-hour unpaid lunch break, but we don't have to clock out. It just comes out of the, like whenever we clock out, they automatically take a half-hour out. So, okay, so I'm back and I'm very excited. I've secured the goods, which is pizza. Got eggplant parm on multigrain, and it is my favorite kind. I'm so glad they had it. My goodness, look at this pizza. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm very hungry, so I'm going to dive into this right now. So during the day, the medical assistants run tests in the lab that include A1Cs, it includes glucose tests, it includes urinalysis, pregnancy tests that we can run. We run drug screens, and there's a specific type of container that you have to put it in depending on if you're sending it to the state or if you're just running a drug test in office. We assist with PAPs, and we also set up the PAP trays, which is really cool. I start by putting a pair of gloves on, and then I grab these scraper tools which scrape the endometrial cells during the PAP. That is the GC swab, and then that is a little vial where fluid is, and that's where you scrape the cells into. That is the speculum and the lube in case the provider needs it. Put the scrapers into a nice bag to conceal it, and a well tray that is lined so that it can hold everything. That's the PAP light, and you want to cover everything to make sure it's all nice and sterile, and then you place a cover over the top of this tray. And we can run the gonorrhea, chlamydia, and the urine. So there's a lot of things that go on in the lab that the MA is responsible for, in addition to paperwork. So in between seeing patients, the MA is responsible for doing in-house lab testing and doing the inbox paperwork legit in a box and paperwork that's in a online inbox. So you have to like answer messages with providers and stuff. And if you have time, you answer phone calls in between. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot to be done as a medical assistant, but it keeps you busy and it's excellent patient care experience. If you're looking to become a physician assistant or just in general, it's a very rewarding and fun job. Okay, so we just had the last patient of the day. So I'm going to go through all the rooms and make sure that they are stocked, they're cleaned and ready to roll for tomorrow, which is technically Monday because it's Friday today. So I'm just going through the room. There is the air purifier, so I have to shut that off every time we leave. So to shut it off, you just put your arm in front of it. That's 1, 2, getting higher, 3, highest, 4, maybe highest now, and then 5 shuts it off completely. So we have to make sure those are off before we leave the facility. And I cleaned the bed, I cleaned the vitals machine, I cleaned the counters and everything else, and I just want to make sure everything's nice and consolidated. I also stocked all of the supplies that weren't stocked this morning. So I did this during the day before we had patients. Don't worry, I stocked everything up. So I do this with all of the rooms, and then I'm going to go on my computer, log out, head to my car, and head home for the day.